Tintin that spotted that? Just so you know, the chat.
Yeah, Tintin is the West Coast Mainline Preston fan, isn't he?
He is. I've watched many of his videos on YouTube. It's been quite good to watch the excitement.
Yeah, no, brilliant.
That was very nice to hear on the previous stream. I hope you guys caught that while you were watching the stream last Thursday, 14th of November. That was Just Trains, and it was from Just Trains. It was Tom and Benedict, and on that voice clip from DTG, you also heard Jamie. They've obviously been watching the videos that we've been doing over the past few weeks, getting hyped about this West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle. And you know what? I'm glad they've noticed, to be honest, because it is hype, isn't it? We're all hyped for it. And a lot of you have said to me, oh, we expected to hear a reaction video about the previous stream. The first time we've looked at this, that was on Thursday, we expected to hear a video or see something from you since Thursday. And I did intend to do this video. The issue is that I've watched the stream 3 times so far. That's how excited, I'm kind of giving it away there, Honor, but that's how excited I've been. 3 times I've watched it, which, you know, it's a pretty mean feat, that, to be honest, given the length of the previous stream. But there was so much to take in the first time around. Second time around, it got a little bit easier, and I listened to it a little bit more. And third time, I just enjoyed it, you know. So let's just say first off, it was a decent stream, wasn't it? And it was well attended. I was on YouTube. I could see there was sort of 1,100, 1,200 people just on YouTube. I couldn't see how many were on Twitch. I'm going to assume there was a similar number there, but you can always tell with some of these releases that are coming up in TSW just how, you know, how popular the route's going to be just by the attendance at the preview streams. So it was really, really encouraging to see that. And I think that overall, I think the stream was very good. And you'll not be surprised to know that it didn't change my opinion or my excitement. Well, it did change it. It didn't lessen it. It only increased it. A lot of you are going to expect that anyway. I know that. I can see it in the comments. Now, if you'd have been in our Discord, you would have seen me react to it straight after the stream ended. So if you're not in our Discord, there is a little link in the description. Come and join the Discord if you want to talk about TSW or TS Classic or whatever it is we're playing on the channel, or just come and socialise with everybody in there outside of the videos and streams. You're more than welcome. But with this one, yeah, what did we see? Well, you can see right now we're just leaving Preston in this one, in the 87. We had a good tour around the 87 inside first. Matt gave us a look round. Thank you, by the way, I should say, to Dovetail and the Train Sim World YouTube channel for letting me use the footage that you can see in the background, which comes from the stream. Again, I will put a link directly to the stream in the description below so you could see the full thing if in some strange way you've not seen that already. We had a tour around the 87. We went up and down, looked at all the switches, and even saw for the first time in TSW there is a toilet. So all those of you that have been waiting for a toilet in TSW, all you strange people, there is one in the 87. So you can go and check that out once you get your hands on this. But I think it was our first look at the 87, apart from the little teaser video that we got from Just Trains. I think, you know, when I looked at it and I saw the detail on the inside, I just wanted to jump in and drive it, to be honest. I think they've done a great job with that. Just Trains did say that at Preston there hadn't been any changes really since the Blackpool branches Preston station. I think we would expect that. I don't think there was any need really to update Preston station. There may be 1 or 2 tweaks done under the hood for things they've learnt since Blackpool branches was released, but I think, you know, on the whole, Preston station is what it is. I think it's a nice looking, detailed station to begin with, and pretty important now for 2 of the routes. So the 87, as well, as we've said, modelled really nicely inside. It's well laid out. It's looks like, from a driving perspective, it is very similar to the way that it's working currently in TS Classic. So I'm glad I've had some practice in TS Classic. You've still got time if you own the 87 or the 86, because as we know, they both drive pretty much the same. So either of those two, go and give them a try in TS Classic, get some practice in. It was funny because everything that Matt was doing during the drive, I thought, this is very familiar. We've spent a few hours in these locos, so we should be good. There's a few things that I learned that were quite interesting, and again, this is down to the attention to detail. So one thing that came out for me was, I think Benedict was talking about the headlight for the 87, which only engages when you put the reverser into forwards, and I think that was demonstrated at Lancaster. You'll see that in the clip of Lancaster. Little bits of things like that, I thought, demonstrated to me just how much effort Just Trains have put into this, and to replicate those very small details you might not possibly think of, but are going to be in this DLC. So that was very encouraging. I think the run itself that we did between Preston and Carlisle was excellent. It really, and I commented on this in the actual stream itself, it gave me a real sense of speed. The cab was bouncing around, it was shaking left and right. They've called this in one of the dev articles, they actually called driving the 87, they talked about it as being really seat of the pants stuff. And I think it is. My only experience is in TS Classic, of course, but I think it is. And when you see the feeling of speed in this preview stream, you'll probably agree that not only are you going at a decent speed, up to 110 it was in the 87, but also there's a lot going on with the controls and the tap changing and making sure you know where you are with the amps and you know what tap you're actually in the cab. There's a lot to do initially. I think once we've all run this for a few hours, I think that it will become second nature. I don't think we'll think about it after a while. These things go into memory, don't they? And they become much easier. But a lot of you have commented that you're really looking forward to this DLC, but you're a little bit apprehensive about whether you'll be able to control the 87. And initially, you might not be able to do it well at the beginning, but like all these TSW releases, it's just work. Just keep trying it. You'll get it. Honestly, you'll get it. The other thing that they addressed, as well as all this positivity, the only negative for some players, they mentioned the 8th gen, which was an important statement that I think it was Benedict that actually gave this, that 8th gen will only get the Class 87 services on this route. And that is due to just the memory restrictions that has been talked about for quite some time. So if you missed that point in the previous stream, it's a very, very important point. If you're on the PS4 or if you're on the Xbox One, Series S is fine, they said on the stream. So it's just PS4, Xbox One. Keep that in mind. The rest of the stream, I love the way it looked. I love the stations. We went to Lancaster, Oxenholme, Penrith, and Carlisle, and Matt did a way better stop at Oxenholme than is my usual reputation, so that was good. But he did overshoot at Penrith. I'm gonna take him up on that one because I've never done a Penrith. I've done an Oxenholme several times, but I've never done a Penrith. That's a new one. He shot over, but then it took me back so much. I've not been to. It's been several years since I've been to Carlisle, probably 2017. But yeah, as a child, we used to run up and down the line quite a lot and go to Carlisle and just do a bit of shopping, then come back. It's about an hour for me, obviously from Preston. I love the way that it's been modelled. It really did take me back to those days, and that's what this route is doing for me, as Blackpool Branches did. It's evoking that nostalgia. It's just something about it, and I've said this before, that if you guys have not got a route yet in Train Sim World where you can have this same experience, I hope you do at some point as Train Sim World develops and as more and more routes are released, I hope you all get to experience a route that might not be your home route, but a route that you recognise in the same way as I do with this one on Blackpool Branches. You know, it's a lot of my hype comes from it being local and quite special and something I know well. And it would be nice if all of us, or the majority of us, could have that experience. It really does make a difference, honestly. But I think standing alone, this route is going to be my new favourite from what I can see. I think that Blackpool Branches was the previous favourite. I think this is going to just trump it a little bit, and Blackpool Branches will get pushed into second. But that's fine, because I can play both of them together now, and I can route hop at Preston between the two and have a pretty joined up experience as far as it goes. So it can't come. The 26 can't come soon enough, and I think and I hope that as an ambassador, I'll get early access to this again. And I'm hoping that the day before the release, on the 25th, we can spend some time during the day live streaming it. So if you've got the same hype as I've got, or you just want to have a look at it before you pick it up on the Tuesday, or if you're still in two minds about it, keep your eye on the channel. Please do subscribe, because we're going to be running this quite a lot and looking at it in a lot more detail before it releases. And you can come and share the hype with me. And come and tell me what it is about this route that you like or you're looking forward to, for example. It's a really, really good route for me, this. It is the one that has been the one that I have mentioned on the suggestions forum ever since time began. I did put a community post out the other day. I looked on the forums to when one of the earliest times I think I suggested it, and I could see, I think it was 2019 was one that I found on the forums where I was suggesting this route. I did say, can we go up to Glasgow? So we haven't gone quite up to Glasgow, but as a substitute, this is absolutely fine for me. I love the era, I love the route, I love the rolling stock that we've got, and we've still got a local DLC that we don't know anything about yet, apart from some guesswork. We don't really know anything about it, so I'm kind of hoping that again also adds to this and adds to the excitement and adds to the playability. And I think the fact that we've got all these layers, and we did see some of the layers in the previous stream, we saw the pacer running up and down, all that, you see, builds up to what's going to be, for me, a fantastic route. So I hope you are feeling the same way. Leave me a comment, let me know how you feel. Thanks again for watching. Keep your eye on the channel, please do subscribe, and I'll go and have another lie down, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.